Hey, what's up, everyone? My name is Sean Ingram, and I am a public health scientist and public health researcher. Welcome back to my channel. Today, we're going to be talking about a really important ingredient in skincare, and that is vitamin C. If you've noticed over the last few years, vitamin C has been an ingredient that has blown up and is everywhere. So many different products included in their formulas. Sometimes it's in moisturizers and serums. It's in just about everything that we can think of, even in sunscreens. We do know that vitamin C is a very powerful antioxidant and it does great things for the skin. But I always want to, throw caution to the wind for those who have darker skin types because sometimes, even though it might be a powerful ingredient or it might be really useful in products, it might not always be our best friend. But I'm going to talk about some of the things that I think are important to consider when we're talking about vitamin C in skincare. So first, what is it? So again, it's just a really powerful antioxidant. It really works at the cellular level to provide an extra boost to the skin to give it some protection against free radicals. And so, just really simply, free radicals can cause a lot of damage within the skin and cells and cause a lot of different things from scarring and hyperpigmentation. Just a really important thing to consider when we're talking about taking care of our skin is that these free radicals can do a lot of damage. And so that's why you hear, a lot of dermatologists and other skincare professionals talk about protecting our skin because some of this oxidative damage and the free radicals and all those things that come into play really damage our skin. Well, vitamin C plays a big role in helping us have some of that, defense against those free radicals. And so vitamin C can come in a lot of different forms in skincare. Typically, we see it in the form of ascorbic acid or L-ascorbic acid. That's a really common form of vitamin C. And then also, we know that there are other forms such as ascorbyl phosphate, and there's also hexadexyl. Sorry, that is a hard word. Phosphate. Those are some of the most common forms we see in skincare. There are a lot of different forms and different types. There are a lot of different derivatives, such as ethyl ascorbic acid. Just a lot of different forms out there. But when it comes to the research, L-ascorbic acid is going to typically be the one that we see with the most studies about. And so typically, L-ascorbic acid, again, is going to be the ingredient that has the most, or the form of vitamin C that has the most research around it. But just, we're going to be talking just in general about how vitamin C can be helpful for those of darker skin types. So starting off with number one, typically, vitamin C can help improve hyperpigmentation, especially if you have some areas that are a little darkened because of dark spots, or maybe you have had acne in the past and it left an acne mark, or maybe you had a scar from a scratch, or maybe you had a really bad sunburn and left some hyperpigmentation behind. Vitamin C has been shown in the research to improve those areas of hyperpigmentation. And so I'll link some studies again talking about vitamin C, why it's effective, and how it's effective. And you kind of can get to decide for yourself. But a lot of the research does show that it is beneficial in fading hyperpigmentation. A lot of research also shows that it's helpful in boosting collagen. And just another simple thing about collagen is that we have these collagen fibers that help build up our skin, these skin cells. And so when we are thinking about that firm and youthful look, that's collagen plays a big role in that. And vitamin C also plays a role in that collagen synthesis. And so it helps to keep the skin looking plump and firm looking as well. And so another reason why you might want to consider using vitamin C is that it really helps even out the skin tone. And so you might be again dealing with dark spots or complexion issues or hyperpigmentation, but vitamin C has been shown to kind of give more so that even skin tone feeling. So helping to um, deal again with that kind of hyperpigmentation that I talked about a moment ago. And this is really important in melanated skin because we see that, of course, we have a lot more melanocytes, and there are a lot of things that cause us to hyperpigment a little bit more than our other fair skin counterparts. And so we have to always be cautious about these things because anytime we get, hyperpigmentation or a dark spot, we can kind of see, where our skin is just not even. And so vitamin C really does play a big role in helping to even out that skin. And so it kind of calms down the melanin production. And then again, vitamin C is just really good about providing us with some antioxidant protection. And so it shields us from some of those free radicals I talked about earlier in the video, and some of the environmental stressors that cause these free radicals to kind of wreak havoc in our skin and kind of advance the signs of aging. Vitamin C has been shown to provide us some protection with that. But I don't want to get too far into just talking about how great vitamin C is. I do use the vitamin C, and at the end of this video, I will show you some of my favorites. I'll kind of walk you through like me applying it to my skin and what my thoughts on my favorite vitamin C's are. But I do want to talk about some of the concerns with vitamin C that are also documented in literature as well, but also some of my own personal experience with vitamin C. And so the main thing being sensitivity for me personally, because vitamin C in some of its forms have been shown to kind of cause some irritation, especially for those with sensitive skin like myself. And so using L-ascorbic acid, for example, in high percentages, has been linked to causing some of that irritation. And so, just to be mindful of using a vitamin C. Another thing you have to worry about with vitamin C is that it does oxidize really quickly. Vitamin C has the tendency to not be stable, and so it can be less effective over time. And so if it's not inside of a formula that helps keep it stable, or if it's not inside of the right packaging, those kinds of things, it can really oxidize and not really be as effective on the skin. And so research does show a lot about making sure that it's formulated correctly or using other ingredients that's going to help it, like vitamin E or ferulic acid, those kinds of things. And so if you're looking for vitamin C, make sure that you do some research and some digging around to see how it's formulated and to make sure that it is actually shelf stable. I know that some of the bigger brands go through a lot of testing and research to make sure of this, but sometimes you might find some, vitamin C's out there that they might not go through as much of a rigorous process. So I would just be cautious of that. Also, vitamin C, the price can be definitely something that you want to consider. Some of the greater or more effective brands of vitamin C typically might be on the pricier side. And so, in the video or in the recommendations that I'm going to give you, I'm going to give you some of the recommendations that are definitely on the pricier side, but also some that are definitely cost effective that I think that are effective and that I use personally. And then I would just say, just be careful with compatibility. Definitely, this is something that you would want to, even bring up to your dermatologist if you have one, and to someone that's a skincare or with someone that you consider a skincare professional or healthcare professional, because sometimes you can find that vitamin C doesn't always mix well with some ingredients. And so, again, it leads back to causing some irritation. And I just want to say before I jump into telling you my favorite products, this is just all based on what I see in the literature. And again, I'm going to link these studies down below. But my advice is always to, of course, you're in charge of your own healthcare, or you're in charge of your own health and your skin, but none of this is medical advice. This is all my personal opinion. And being a person of color, I've seen this work for me and inside of my skincare routine, but that doesn't mean it might work for you. So I just always encourage individuals that this is just some things that are found in the research to be beneficial, but my best advice is going to always to be talk with your dermatologist, your healthcare provider, and see what their thoughts are, especially if um, you're really struggling with areas of concern such as hyperpigmentation and dark spots that are stubborn, or texture issues, all those things. Definitely make sure you're talking to an actual professional. I'm just giving a point of view based on what the research and the literature says, but definitely I encourage you taking charge of your own health, and definitely seeking out the the expert opinion for for your specific skin type and your skin color, all those things, because again, with people with melanated skin, it can really be detrimental, or you can cause some damage to your skin that makes it a little bit harder to reverse when we're talking about irritation and introducing new ingredients and those kinds of things. But I do want to again show you some of my favorite products. All right, as we jump into these items, I am not sponsored by any of these products, but the first one up is Beauty Stat. I really do enjoy using this Beauty Stat serum. It is packed with 20% L-ascorbic acid, which is a pretty high percentage of L-ascorbic acid, but it does a really good job of brightening and firming the skin. It is soothing thanks to having some green tea extracts, and definitely leaves your skin feeling moisturized because it also has squalene. I do enjoy using this because it is, again, very moisturizing on the skin. They also have a universal C eye cream. I enjoy using this eye cream because sometimes I struggle with some dark circles underneath my eyes. And this eye cream is gentle enough to address those areas, and it has some calming and soothing ingredients inside it as well. Next up, we have the Natorium Vitamin C Complex Serum. I love this serum because it is packed with not only L-ascorbic acid, it also has another form of vitamin C and sodium ascorbyl phosphate. It also includes a blend of other ingredients that help defend the skin from environmental stressors, and really just leaves my skin feeling very hydrated. And so it's a very light serum that you can use for sure. Next, we have the La Roche Posay Vitamin C Anti Aging Face Serum. This one does use a lesser percentage of ascorbic acid. It's only about 10% inside of this product, which I do think is great if you have, more sensitive skin like I do. But I do enjoy that it has salicylic acid in it as well, which can be exfoliating to help clear blemishes. As you notice, I have this red blemish on the side of my face, and this can help with that. It also has a dipeptide that helps your skin feel soothed, especially when you're using some irritating ingredients. Lastly, this is my favorite vitamin C serum, the Vanity Cream Vitamin C. This one is packed with a potent derivative of vitamin C, along with some amazing ceramides to keep the skin feeling very soothed, and also feels like it is healing the skin from the inside out. It's packed with tetrahexadexyl ascorbate, which is a vitamin C that is great for sensitive skin. And so this one is by far my favorite out of the pack. So those are my favorite skincare products that have vitamin C in them. If you have used any of those products, or if you have any thoughts or opinions on those products, please let me know. Or if you just have any questions in general, or if you're like, hey, I want you to talk a little bit more about the research, any questions at all, please put those in the comments down below. I'll definitely try to check those. But I am really interested in hearing what products you're using, what's worked for you, and I'll probably try to give them a try as well. And so, yeah, thank you for tuning in. Please like, share, subscribe, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye.